Now, residents of Wallacedene in Cape Town are rallying together to assist a family that lost 3 children in a shack fire over a week ago. Shack fires usually increase during the winter as a result of increased dependence on appliances like heaters and gas stoves. So what role do municipalities such as Cape Town play in assisting affected families? eNCA's Monique Mortlock covering the story for us today. She's joining us now this hour on Today from our studios in Cape Town. Good afternoon, Monique. Thank you very much for your time. Let's begin there. What kind of support is being provided to families who find themselves affected by fires in winter in Cape Town?
It really takes a multifaceted approach in helping these families. For example, the family in Wallacedene who I visited, that was eNCA September, she lost 3 of her children they were aged 11, 7 and 4, and only her eldest son, he managed to survive that fire. He's 17 years old. And the support they've been getting is really from local NGOs, from community members themselves, who have banded together to try and help this family pick up the pieces. And the local taxi association, the Blue Water Taxi Association, even built them a temporary structure just so that they have a roof over their head. At eNCA September, the mother, she was telling me that the mayor has also been in touch with her, and Gift of the Givers has been assisting with providing some or putting her in touch with a counsellor for her husband and her son. And really, when we're looking at especially widespread shack fires where you see dozens of families impacted, usually you will have your local government authorities stepping in. So that's your city of Cape Town, and you'll have provincial government structures coming in, their disaster management teams assisting however they can. Now, in the past, the city of Cape Town always gave starter kits. What they called it, starter kits. These were packs of building material that were given to people in informal settlements who had just lost their homes to a fire or any other disaster like your floods. And this building material residents could then use to build up what they had lost, just especially for those residents who didn't want to go and stay in a community hall. But the City of Cape Town says that a few years ago, this mandate changed and they were no longer able to provide starter kits. That humanitarian relief then fell on the South African Social Security Agency, that's SASSA. And when I asked SASSA about it, SASSA again said they aren't able to provide building material. They can only provide temporary relief, and that temporary relief is also limited to the funding that they have available. They say SASSA's general manager for grants, Fani Setocha, was telling me that it needs to be clear that SASSA isn't the first point of call when a disaster strikes, that it should be the local governing body. So in this case, your City of Cape Town, for example, here in Cape Town, it will be Western Cape government stepping in, and they will then call in SASSA to see how SASSA might be able to help, whether it be with blankets, with meals, food vouchers, however they can help the affected victims. I also heard from the Human Settlements Ministry, the National Human Settlements Ministry, that when a disaster strikes, especially if it's a large-scale disaster, that various government departments should be working together, from human settlements to social development, treasury, to help in funding if the local government authorities have applied for disaster relief funding. So it seems as if there's really no clear legislation of who is solely responsible. It seems that it's a multifaceted approach, so that when we see a disaster striking like the one we saw in KZN with the floods, you're seeing all of these different government bodies and NGOs playing a crucial role in assisting those affected victims. And really, from what I've heard from the City of Cape Town and from provincial government, it's important not to just pass the buck and say it's up to a municipality to sort it out to assist families, or it's up to provincial government, but really everyone is needed during those times.
Monique Mortlock, thank you very much for that comprehensive update about what's happening in Cape Town in terms of supporting families that are affected by fires, especially now during winter.